is a case where if they can do this to me, they can do this to anyone.
Former President Donald Trump speaking out for the first time today as a convicted felon. Now the country's wondering what's next ahead of the election. Good afternoon. Thanks so much for joining us. I'm Kelly Jackson. President Biden also addressed the historic felony conviction of a former president from a news conference at the White House. Our political editor, Mark Maxwell, is here with reaction. Mark.
Kelly, you can see it on his face as he left the courtroom Thursday night. Reality is starting to set in for Donald Trump. Today, he described his felony conviction as a very unpleasant thing and then cast himself as a martyr of the system. Now he seeks to return to the Oval Office. Donald Trump says his trial is also a trial of the entire justice system. A lot of history has unraveled inside the White House, but Friday morning,
Donald Trump was given every opportunity to defend himself.
For the first time ever, a sitting president defended a justice system that just convicted his predecessor. Criminal defendant Donald Trump is now a convicted felon.
Now he'll be given the opportunity, as he should, to appeal that decision just like everyone else has that opportunity.
Trump's legal team vows a swift appeal that can only begin after sentencing on July 11, 4 days before the Republican National Convention.
Mistaken jury instructions could throw out the entire case. So it is possible that this will be overturned on the law if the judge made a mistake.
5 on Your Side legal analyst Anders Walker broke down what went wrong for Trump's legal defense.
I'm a little surprised they didn't put him on the stand.
Really?
He's a compelling speaker. He's a dynamic personality. That could have humanized the trial.
Trump suggested the reason he didn't testify is because he might have committed another crime and lied under oath.
Now, I would have testified. I wanted to testify. The theory is you never testify because as soon as you testify, anybody, if it were George Washington, don't testify because they'll get you on something that you said slightly wrong and then they sue you for perjury.
While he waits to appeal, Mr. Trump continues to rail against a judge who placed him under a gag order.
It was a rigged trial. We wanted a venue change where we could have a fair trial. We didn't get it. We wanted a judge change. We wanted a judge that wasn't conflicted. And obviously he didn't do that.
And it's reckless, it's dangerous, it's irresponsible for anyone to say this was rigged just because they don't like the verdict. Our justice system has endured for nearly 250 years. And it literally is the cornerstone of America, our justice system. The justice system should be respected, and we should never allow anyone to tear it down.
The campaigns for President Biden and Mr. Trump both issued slightly different statements that essentially boiled down to this: the American people will ultimately decide who swears the oath of office next January. And sometime between now and November, we may know whether one of those candidates has to serve a prison sentence.